Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. The Australian dollar ended lower in a rocky session, extending losses for a fourth consecutive day on Wednesday, as traders digested the monetary policy path in 2024 following the release of the minutes from the US Federal Reserve, which at this point offered little light on when rate cuts might commence, as the report struck a mildly hawkish tone on the US economic outlook. Fed officials emphasised their comments to returning inflation to 2%, suggesting rates could remain higher for longer than the market expected. However, the minutes also revealed that the policymakers appeared increasingly convinced that inflation was under control, and almost all participants indicated a drop in rates this year, which would likely be appropriate. The dollar index, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of six major currencies, after the report edged slightly higher to 102.40. As we look to the market sell-off, the Aussie is still finding good support around that 67.15.30 area as we trade there. It is anticipated that we may get a bounce from this bottom side of the range and eventually see a rally onto 68 cents that could actually penetrate further on towards 69. Euro a little bit weaker overnight, but still holding clearly above this trend support, which is seen around 108.20.35. Although we have seen weakness for at least 4 consecutive days, I feel we're getting a little bit closer to the bottom of the range, around 108.80, and as I mentioned, the trend around 108.20.35. It is also viewed that we could see a bounce from this region and look back towards 111, and maybe even on to eventually broader picture. If we look to the weeklies, that is at 115. So I'm not going to get negative in terms of how this pattern's unfolding, due to the fact is there is stronger possibilities to the bull case and therefore eventually get the bullish move. Dollar yen disappointing to the bearish case. The market breaks above that trend line and now is attempting to push higher as the dollar strengthens against the weaker Japanese yen. I still feel there is very much high risk that this actually could fail. Therefore, looking at the broader picture when we come to the weeklies, not confirmed as yet, even though from the trend there's been a little weakness as the market's pushing on now towards the resistance of 143.45 to 143.75. If we do find this market does lose momentum, eventually I'd expect to drop and see a move back to the lower side of the range of 141 to 140 and reassess. The pound, well, the market's finding a bit of support around that level of 126.10.15, and in light of this pattern here, it could push back towards that 128 area, and so any weakness should be temporary. But I would like to see these technicals firm up a little bit more. Gold a little bit weaker, but still finding support, that is close to the bottom side of the range near 2036 to 38. If we do see a bounce from the base here, then we could see a rally on towards the region of around 2070. It's not dismissing 2090, but it's going to be a bumpy journey. Let's see if the support can first hold at 2056. A strong move in oil overnight, and the market rebounds close towards that bottom side, around $68 a barrel, and from the current pattern, could still unfold to a further bullish case and see a move on towards beyond $73.60 to around $75.60.85, which is the favoured move. So any weakness should be temporary. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you for joining me, and as always, go have an intraday, Paul, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.